I'm on. If they don't know, tell them I'm on wireless microphone.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Payne Athletic Center here in Edmond, Oklahoma. We have a great game for you as the Eagles of Oklahoma Christian get ready to take on the Patriots of Dallas Baptist University. My name's Zachary Payne. Alongside me is my broadcast partner, Will Hadley. Will, what do the Eagles need to do to come out on top against the Patriots?
Well, there's two things. The Eagles need a rebound, and they need to close out on shooters. Now, DBU is a very good rebounding team, but the Eagles are as well. York Benjamin and Will Linhard will both be starting at the 4 and 5 spots tonight, so they're going to have to put a body. As soon as a shot goes up, they're going to have to put a body on their defender, and they're going to have to go, and they're going to have to get the rebounds tonight if they're going to come out and really play with the Patriots. And then they're going to have to close out on shooters. Like I said, this is a Patriots team that went 13 of 25 from beyond the arc last game, so the Eagles are going to have to come out and do those two things, and they'll have a real shot at winning this game.
Well, let's see what the Eagles can do here against Dallas Baptist University. Let's send it to Brandon Coons, who is standing by with more information. Brandon?
Thanks, Zach and Will. Well, good evening, and welcome to Eagle Sports Network. My name is Brandon Coons, and today your Oklahoma Christian Eagles are taking on the Dallas Baptist University Patriots. For your Oklahoma Christian Eagles, they last came out last Saturday in San Antonio, Texas, where they took on St. Mary's. OC was able to shrink St. Mary's lead to 1 in the second half, but were unable to get the win, losing in that game 74-69. The Eagles had to play most of the second half without Will Linhard and Roderick Smith due to battling foul trouble. The leading scorer for OC in the game was Jordan Box with 13 points. Coming to play this evening, the Eagles have a 9-win and 14-loss overall record and a 4-win and 8-loss conference record, which makes them be in 6th place currently in the Heartland Conference. The Eagles are familiar with the Dallas Baptist Patriots as they faced them back on January 24th at the home of the Patriots, but they were unable to get the win, losing 100-87. Now let's look at the Patriots of Dallas Baptist University. The Patriots come into play tonight with a 19-win and 7-loss overall record and a 10-win and 2-loss conference record, which is good enough for second in the Heartland Conference. Also, DBU came in ranked number 6 in the first NCAA regional rankings, which was released yesterday. Their last game was against Randall on Saturday. They are coming in with a 6-win streak. Their last game was last Saturday at home in a non-conference game against Randall. DBU trailed by 2 at the half, but they came out on fire in the second half as they were able to get a team-high 20 points from Jordan Mance. The Patriots would go on to win the game 74-66. After this break, we'll have the starting lineup for your Oklahoma Christian Eagles and the Dallas Baptist Patriots. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned here on Eagle Sports Network.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Hello.
Hi, I'm from Blue Hill Stone Barns. We brought a meal for you and I'm here to serve it to you.
Okay, great. Come in.
Zucchini carbonara, made from zucchini that was harvested earlier this morning.
Again?
Hey, Dan Barber.
You have room for a little bit more?
Come on in.
Brochettes with sausage. So when we made that zucchini carbonara, you know, they're the end pieces of the zucchini, and they're the cores that we cut away, not to mention zucchini flour. Usually those get thrown out. We use them to create an entire second dish. Does that... Oh.
Again?
I'm here to bring you your third course. It's the vines from your zucchini.
We'll have a little zucchini stem pasta. A different experience of zucchini. When we start to think differently about our food, we can get a lot more out of it.
This is delicious.
What do you think we can make out of this? 40% of food in America is never eaten. Cook it, store it, share it. Visit SaveTheFood.com.
Action!
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Welcome back to Eagle Sports Network. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup for the Dallas Baptist Patriots and your Oklahoma Christian Eagles. Today's starters for the Dallas Baptist Patriots are Zach Lord, Carter Brown, J.T. Jones, Jordan Mance, and Chandler Jacobs. The Patriots head coach is Dr. Blake Flickner. He is assisted by Ryan Glennie, Shannon Lilly, Devon Collins, and Greg Hawkins. Now let's look at the starting lineup for your Oklahoma Christian Eagles. Starting at guard, standing at 5'10", a junior from Denver, Colorado, number 11, Brian Carey. Starting at guard, standing at 5'10", a senior from McKinney, Texas, number 1, Jordan Box. Starting at guard, standing at 6'5", a junior from Bridgeport, Connecticut, Marcus Blackwell, number 30. Starting at forward, a 6-foot sophomore from Tulsa, Oklahoma, number 34, York Benjamin. And rounding out the Eagles lineup tonight, starting at forward position, a 6'8" junior from here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, number 25, Will Linhard. The Eagles are head coached by Corey Cole. He is assisted by Kendra Talley, Gary Jones, and student assistant coaches Abel Rodriguez and Elijah Strickland. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will have the tip-off between your Eagles and the Dallas Baptist Patriots right after this.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Hello.
Hi. I'm from Blue Hood Stonebarns. We brought a meal for you, and I'm here to serve it to you.
Okay, great. Come in.
Zucchini carbonara, made from zucchini that was harvested earlier this morning.
Again?
Hey, Dan Barber.
You have room for a little bit more?
Come on in.
Brochettes with sausage. So when we made that zucchini carbonara, you know, they're the end pieces of the zucchini, and they're the cores that we cut away. Not to mention zucchini flower. Usually those get thrown out. We use them to create an entire second dish. Does that... Oh.
Again?
I'm here to bring you your third course. It's the vines from your zucchini.
We'll have a little zucchini stem pasta. A different experience of zucchini. When we start to think differently about our food, we can get a lot more out of it.
This is delicious.
What do you think we can make out of this? 40% of food in America is never eaten. Cook it, store it, share it. Visit SaveTheFood.com.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Welcome back everyone, to the Eagle Sports Network. My name is Zachary Payne. Alongside is my broadcast partner, Will Hadley. Will, OC has a tough challenge for him here today against Dallas Baptist University.
Yeah, this is a team that sits atop the conference. OC is going to have to come in and have a really strong performance, a really strong showing tonight to beat Dallas Baptist. And like I said, they're going to have to rebound. They're going to have to close out on shooters and really force DBU to push it inside and not allow them to pull from outside.
Who stands out for you for OC to be the star player for today?
For today, I'm going to have to say Marcus Blackwell. Marcus Blackwell is so talented, and his IQ in basketball is really something that is very rare to find. So for him to come out and have a good game today as York Benjamin gets the first points of the game will be huge, as he's an X-Factor type of player. He's the kind of player that can win these games for ball clubs that, frankly, aren't as talented as their opponent.
As York gets his hand on the ball, almost gets the steal for OC. Now number 13, Mans has it at the right wing. Gets a screen from Lord. Mans passes it out to number 12, Harris. Harris now to number 23, Jacobs. Jacobs wants to put up a shot instead. Before the shot clock, gets it to go, number 3, Brown. And that gets OC down by 1. You talk about them having to do really good on the boards, but you can't relax from behind the arc defensively.
Oh, definitely not. This is, like I said countless times, this is a Patriots team that loves to shoot the ball. And we saw the talent there, an off-balance shot there from Jacobs, and he still found a way to get it to go. So the Eagles are going to have to play strong on the perimeter and really start to pick up their man at the perimeter.
As Carey tries to put up a shot, actually instead pass it, and the ball is stolen away. As Lord has it down inside the paint, works against Linhard. Linhard makes the winning battle there against Lord, as Lord's shot is off. Rebounded by Linhard. Now Carey has the ball at the top of the arc for OC. Carey at the right wing gives it the box. Ball is almost stolen away by number 13, Mans. Instead, it draws a foul. And that is going to be the first foul for either team here in this ball game. OC has the ball. York gets the inbound pass at the free throw line, hands it to Box. Box pulls up the jumper. No good, rebounded by Brown. Brown on the left side of the floor for Dallas Baptist. Gives it to Lord at the top of the arc. It works against Benjamin. Nice lobbing pass from Lord to Harris. Harris does not put up the shot. Now he does, and he gets the lucky bounce and puts them up by 3 over OC.
And that just shows how smart these Patriots players are, that Harris got the ball inside. A lot of players will try to force a shot right there once they get it in the paint, but Harris settled, he was patient, he looked for a man before he took a shot on his own. And the three-pointer for DBU this way is no good.
As it is rebounded by Blackwell. Blackwell gives it to Box. Box for a wide open 3. Drains it. OC tied yet again. 17-17 left here in the first half of play. Tie ball game, 5 apiece. As Mans wanted to put up a shot, was knocked out of his hand, recovered by Jacobs. And Jacobs passes to Lord. Lord works against Benjamin. His layup off the glass counts. And OC now trails by just 2 again. It's Carey from the right wing. Wants to drive in. Instead, gives it to Linhard. Linhard at the right corner. Bounce pass to York. York wasn't really ready for it, and the ball is tipped and stolen away by DBU on the fast break. The shot from Mans is good from behind the arc. And OC down by 5 now. As Carey crosses the half-court line for OC, has it at the right wing. OC needs to settle it down a little bit. Just generate some nice plays offensively. Linhard now has a bounce pass down to York. York works against Harris. Gets the shot off the glass to go. OC back down by 3. That is York Benjamin's 4th point of the night. Is down at the other end. Mans puts up a jumper. Very contested, and that shot goes off the rim. Rebounded by Linhard. Now Carey has it. Drives in. Nice bounce pass. Down inside the paint to Box. Box put up the fadeaway shot. No good. Rebounded by Dallas Baptist. As a nice pass from Brown to Harris for another three in the left corner, and he gets that to fall. OC needs to try to figure out a way to stop the threes, especially from Harris.
And a midweek game, pretty low energy here in the nest as the ball's going to go out of bounds and stay with the Eagles. Pretty low energy game here as the Eagles trail 7-13 against a team that's won 37 straight games at home, but they're going to come and try to win one on the road.
And we'll be right back with more of this action right after this.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Welcome back to the Eagles Nest. Oklahoma Christian trails 13-7 to DBU. Will, OC needs to try to figure out how to stop this three, and right now their defense isn't doing very well with it.
No, they're not, and they're fortunate to only be down 6 as they're proving pretty well there on the offensive side. But yeah, they're gonna have to come out and like I said, they're gonna have to pick up their man on the perimeter and pick them up early so they don't have to get those open three-point shots. Because DBU has already had several open shots available to them, and they've taken advantage.
What do you think Coach Cole said over there during that break?
Well, I think they need to be tougher on the screens, and he probably told them that they need to come in and go over those screens and even probably hedge them, as they're not doing a good job of playing the screen, and that's what's getting the Patriots so many open looks.
As Walters gets ready to take the inbound pass from the baseline down at their own end. Looks like he wants to give it to Roderick Smith. Instead, he's going to give it to Aubrey Johnson, and Johnson now has it at the left wing. Bounce pass to Blackwell in the left corner. Tight coverage from DBU, and it generates the turnover for OC. Blackwell's foot stepped on the out of bounds line there. Brown now has the ball and slows it down for Dallas Baptist University. Gives it to number 23, Jacobs. Jacobs drives in, tries to put up a dunk, and is fouled on the shot by Eggleston, and the layup goes down, so he will go to try to convert a 3-and-1 opportunity for Dallas Baptist.
What a move there by Chandler Jacobs to just rise up and through the contact still lay it in. A smooth finger roll right there for Jacobs, who's going to check out of this game as Connor Lydiak checks in.
Aubrey Johnson now has the ball at the right wing, gets a screen from Eggleston, and there's a hard push up, but they're going to say a blocking foul on Harris. And that is going to be the second foul for Dallas Baptist University. As Eggleston will now inbound the ball for OC to resume action. Aubrey Johnson now gets a screen from Eggleston, takes it that time, puts up the jumper, and it looks like the shot was a little touch from behind, but still gets it to fall. And OC back down by just 7. And the ball at the other end is loose, recovered by number 4, Washington, who gets the rebound, but then there's a foul called on Aubrey Johnson. It is going to be a shooting foul, so Washington will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws for the Patriots. As Washington's first attempt from the free throw line is good. Increases it up to an 8-point lead over Oklahoma Christian. Washington's second attempt from the free throw line. No good. Looks like the fans in the stands got that one, caused him to miss that shot.
Yeah, it looked like it there. Zach, as the Eagles really need to score on this possession, and they need to start cutting in to this deficit.
As Aubrey Johnson almost gets that score on that possession, but it goes in and out of the basket. Recovered by Dallas Baptist. And Brown drives in on the right side and lays it up and in. And with that, Coach Cole's going to take a timeout to hopefully settle down the Eagles, as they need to try to figure out a way to stop this DBU offense.
It just seems like the Eagles are kind of a step too late on every single rotation. As you see, Roderick Smith failed on the help there, with left Braden Eggleston there to try to come in and step in, but he was just a second too late.
It does look like OC is a little slow out of the gate right now, but if you've been watching OC throughout this season, they are a second half team.
Oh, definitely. I think we saw that when the Eagles played against St. Edwards. They were down by 16 at one point with about 9 minutes left, and came back and won against, it was then the number 2 team in the country. So the Eagles are definitely not out of this game by any means. It's just a 10-point deficit.
Eggleston drives in down inside the paint, puts up the layup off the right side of the glass. No good. Rebounded by Harris. Harris gives it to Brown. Brown picks up his dribble, gives it back to Harris, then hands it off, or at least tries to Lydiak. Now Lydiak has the ball, gives it to Miranda. Now to Harris. Harris for another three. No good as it goes off the rim twice. Rebounded by Jordan Box. Box gives it to Johnson. Now to Smith. Smith brings it back up, drives in now. And it was called for the charge there, and it will be DBU basketball with 13 minutes and 11 seconds left here in this first half. So Will Linhard will check back into the game.
And like I mentioned before, very low energy game here. Not too many fans in the stands here for the Eagles. And yeah, just low energy. And this is a DBU team that's won 37 straight games at home. So when they come to your place, you know, that's the time that you really get a chance to beat them. And the fans haven't really showed out today, so I think that will hurt the Eagles as well.
As Lydiak drains the three from the right wing, increases their lead up to 13 over Oklahoma Christian. As Linhard gets the rebound and lays it up on the right side of the glass, and he gets on the board finally for Oklahoma Christian. Miranda has it on the left side of the floor for DBU. Drives in, passes it back out to Harris. Harris now drives in with a bounce pass over to Lydiak from the right corner. His shot, no good, rebounded by Smith. Smith then gives it to Johnson. This is a chance for Oklahoma Christian to try to get back in it. So Roderick Smith hesitates on the three and makes that chance. And OC now down within 8. As Brown has it, nice bounce pass there to Miranda. Miranda works against Jordan Box, drives in. Good defense from Jordan Box, but Miranda gets the shot to fall.
Yeah, there's really not much you can do about a shot like that on defense.
As there is a foul called on DBU's number 4, Washington, and the refs are calling for immediate timeout, so we are going to get ready to step away here. But OC trying to battle the way back in it.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill, bring good home.
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network as Oklahoma Christian trails by 10. And OC kind of starting to get into their groove as it showed late before the break.
Yeah, they are. They're starting to hit from outside and really stop the Patriots from being able to pull up from three. And I think that's helped them a lot as it is a 10-point game and the Eagles are still in this game.
Well, the thing for OC is they're trying to spread the ball around the floor to try to get everyone to participate and get on in the score column for OC. The only problem is there's not really one person that you can pick out of OC's players that needs to improve a little more.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to try to spread the floor and really space out the Patriots defense and allow more space for plays just like that from Jordan Box.
As Jordan Box comes up limping there. Looks like he might have landed wrong on his ankle there. Looks like he's trying to fight through the pain there as it is deflected and almost stolen away. As Jordan Box now dives and goes into the score table.
And that is the energy you want if you're a team that is undermanned against such a powerful DBU team. That's the energy that you really need from your players, especially the veterans, as Jordan Box giving up his body after he's already hurt.
Yeah, you
and
can
diving on the floor to get that ball.
You can see it. He's showing a lot of pain on his face there, but he's deciding to play through it. As the refs blow, as there's a foul called by, it looks like Walters. And honestly, that foul by Walters was probably one of the best things for Jordan Box. It lets him walk it off, as it looks like he kind of came down on his ankle wrong on that layup.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like it'll be anything too bad.
As number 4, Washington lays it up, and his shot is no good. Carey has the ball, gives it to Linhard, now hands it back to Carey. Carey works against Miranda, drives in, puts up the floater, no good, rebounded by Lord, who then gives it to Miranda, who on the fast break. Nice transition defense by OC. As Miranda puts up the fadeaway shot from behind the arc, no good, rebounded by Lord of DBU. As Brown now has it, gives it to Lord, passes it out to Washington. Washington for 3, off the front part of the rim, rebounded by Linhard. Linhard drives up the floor, and there's going to be a charge call on Linhard there.
And that's the right call. Linhard came barreling through there and lowered his shoulder. And that's definitely the right call. That's a charge.
That is the second charge of this first half for OC. As we have Aubrey Johnson checking in now. And so will Roderick Smith for Oklahoma Christian. As the Patriots inbound the basketball. Brown has it. Works against Jordan Box. Jordan Box seems to be doing better on that ankle. Nice bounce pass there to Washington. Washington wants to lob it, instead hands it off to Brown. Brown loses control of it, but regains it, gives it to Miranda. Miranda back to Brown. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Nice defense again by Jordan Box, and it causes the shot not to go down. Jordan Box has it, loses control of it, and gives it to Carey. Carey now moves over to the center part of the floor for OC. Had Roderick Smith down low, but instead gives it to Eggleston, who now gives it to Roderick Smith. Smith now works against Harris, lays it up, no good. Eggleston tries to get the rebound, and there's a foul called. And it looks like it's going to be against DBU. Eggleston went out, inbound the ball for DBU, but first we have a sub for DBU, and that is going to be number 33, Jalen White. And it looks like the refs are trying to get the shot clock fixed here. And now Eggleston has the ball down low and puts up the shot and gets it to go. Nice strength there by Eggleston.
Just a 6-point lead here for the Patriots. The Eagles, a stop and score here would be huge for them.
And as you say that, there's a steal by Eggleston. And Roderick Smith with the posterizing dunk. Nice feed by
Smith. Look out below, and the Eagles are getting back into this game.
What a play there. Nice steal by Eggleston. A nice lob pass up to Roderick Smith, who then posterizes Harris. There's Aubrey Johnson now. Gives it to Smith, back to Johnson. And then the ball's turned over, but then turned over yet again. And the shot by Aubrey Johnson, no good. Recovered by Jacobs. OC down within 4. Jacobs moves right. And there's then a foul called, and it looks like it is going to be on Blackwell. As Walters will now check into the ball game for Oklahoma Christian, and it looks like Blackwell's going to be taken out of the game.
Chandler! Chad! 15 Chandler!
As Brown looks to inbound the ball for DBU. Almost gets the 5-second call, and it will be OC basketball. Nice defense there for OC.
In a 2-possession game here, the Eagles can cut it to 1 with a score on this possession.
Aubrey Johnson now to Eggleston. Now to Box. Box with a bounce pass down low to Roderick Smith. Smith, nice spin move. Gets Harris to fall. His shot no good. And it is rebounded by OC. There is then a foul on the floor, it looks like, so it will remain OC basketball down at their own end with 8 minutes left here in this first half. As Eggleston lobs it over Jacobs to Aubrey Johnson. Johnson wants a screen, instead does not get one. Now he gets the screen from Eggleston. Gives it to a wide open Roderick Smith from the top of the arc. Goes off the back part of the rim. Rebounded by Jacobs. It's a nice look there by Roderick Smith. As Jacobs drives in, gets fouled on the shot, and he gets the shot to fall. And he will go to the line to try to convert a 3-point play. As we have a whistle blown. What a play by Oklahoma Christian on the steal by Eggleston. Nice lob up to Roderick Smith with the posterizing dunk over Harris. We'll be right back with more of the first half right after this.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill, bring good home.
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. My name is Zachary Payne. Alongside me, my broadcast partner, Will Hadley. Will, OC down early to start this first half, battled their way back to a 2-possession game. What have you liked seeing from them late?
I just like the energy. That's all you could really ask for. Coming out in a midweek game, it's kind of hard to dig deep and find that energy, but they've done it, and I think that can all be accredited to Roderick Smith's dunk. When Smith came up and posterized Harris on that dunk, I think the crowd got into it, the bench got into it, and now the Eagles, really, their minds are exactly where they need to be.
One thing I have noticed for Oklahoma Christians, they've generated a lot of turnovers against DBU, which has helped keep them in this ball game.
Yeah, they're coming out and they're playing really well on defense, and they're not allowing the Patriots to get inside, and they're trapping every time on every drive, so it's really helping the Eagles in that. Smart traps and smart rotations following.
As Jacobs completes the 3-point play, nice bounce pass down inside the paint by Aubrey Johnson to Roderick Smith. The layup is good. OC's down by 5. As Jacobs drives in. Nice move by Jacobs to find the lane and get the easy slam dunk there. As Carey gives it to Eggleston, and Eggleston loses control of it, gives it to Smith, and Smith with the easy layup. Nice feed there by Eggleston. Quick exchange of baskets there between both teams. As Hughes has the ball, and there's a blocking foul on Eggleston. And with that, it is going to put DBU at the line as they are in the bonus. As it looks like Jalen White's going to be the one attempting the free throws. As he misses the free throw attempt, rebounded by Eggleston, gives it to Carey. Now to Box at the right wing. Almost loses control of his dribble there. Now Carey has it. Now to Eggleston. It looked like there was an elbow there by Harris, but there was no whistle blown. And the fans saw it and did not like that as Jordan Box with Jacobs all up in his face gets that to go. And OC back within 2. As Jacobs now has the ball at the left wing. As now Brown has it, passes it to a wide open Hughes. His shot from behind the arc, no good. Rebounded by Brown. Brown tries to generate a foul and goes off Eggleston, and he cannot recover before it goes out of bounds. And it will remain Dallas Baptist basketball.
And as of late, the Patriots' shots are not falling. Pretty uncharacteristic of this team, and it's really helping the Eagles out.
As Hughes has it, drives in, lays it up. A lot of contact there, and they are going to blow the whistle there, and there's going to be a foul on Roderick Smith, and he does get a nice bounce there. And now he will go to the line to try to convert a 3-point play. That is Roderick Smith's second foul of this ball game. As Hughes misses the free throw attempt, rebounded by Roderick Smith. Now Jordan Box has it. He pulls up from behind the arc, and he gets that to go as well. 2 consecutive three-pointers made by Jordan Box.
And it is just a 1-point game here in the Nest. Big stop on its way for the Eagles.
As Lord gives it to Harris. Harris, nice feed. Tries to pass it back out, and it's deflected by Aubrey Johnson. And it will go out of bounds. It will remain DBU basketball with 13 seconds left on the shot clock.
And York Benjamin to check into this game and give Roderick Smith a break.
As Brown has it now. Moves over to the right wing, 7 seconds. Passes it down to Lord. Ward works against Benjamin. Passes it out, nicely stolen away by Carey. Carey settles it down for OC. Wants to give it to Box, and instead brings it back. And there's now a foul called on Hughes. It's going to put 20 seconds on the shot clock for OC down at their own end. So Aubrey Johnson gives it to Jordan Box. Now to Aubrey Johnson again. OC, if they score on this possession, will have their first lead of the evening. As Aubrey Johnson tries to put up a layup and pass it out, instead it is deflected and stolen away by Dallas Baptist. Now Jacobs has it. Gets a screen from Lord. Jacobs tries to find a lane. Does find a lane and gets the easy layup there.
And Jacobs just looked like he had the ball in a string there, as the ball handling skills of Jacobs just dominating the Eagles in the last few possessions.
As York Benjamin now has a layup attempt, no good. Rebounded by Brown. Now Jacobs has it. picks up his dribble, gives it to Hughes. Hughes puts up a wide open three as Aubrey Johnson falls to the floor, and that shot is good. OC down by 6. Linhard now gives it to Carey. Carey drives in. Pass back out to Linhard for a wide open 3 attempt. Off the front part of the rim. Rebounded by Jacobs. Jacobs with the lob down to Lord. Lord drives in. A lot of contact there by Lord. No whistle blown. His floater is good. Brings them back up by 8 against OC. Three minutes and 15 seconds left here in the first half. Carey has the ball for Oklahoma Christian. Gives it to York Benjamin, who passes it down to Linhard, and there's a foul called on Lord for DBU. And with that, it will put Oklahoma Christian to the line as they are now in the bonus, and we have a timeout. So we are going to step away, and we'll be right back with the rest of the first half right after this.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. Oklahoma Christian trails by 8. We're getting ready to resume action here. OC did very good to get back within 1, but as of late, hit a little bit of a cold spell.
Yeah, they started to kind of revert back to their old style of playing that they started out the game with, and they're just going to have to bring some more energy. They're going to have to come out, and that may also mean a change in personnel, and Coach Cole has done just that as Roderick Smith has checked back into this game. And Roderick Smith, in my opinion, was the biggest reason in the Eagles fighting back in this game.
Well, as you say that, Roderick Smith has 9 points for Oklahoma Christian thus far. As Linhard makes the first free throw attempt from the free throw line. OC back within 7. Eggleston looks like he's going to get ready to check back into the ballgame for OC. Linhard makes the second attempt and now checks out of the ballgame for Eggleston. As Hughes for DBU will inbound the ball. As OC looks like they're going to play a little full court press. As Lord has it, drives in, passes it out to Jacobs. And there is then a foul call, and it looks like it's going to be on Blackwell. That is going to be his second foul here for Oklahoma Christian. That is going to send Jacobs to the free throw line for a 1-on-1 opportunity.
A 6-point lead for the Patriots. Make that 7 as Jacob drains that one, and DJ Walter will check into the game. Marcus Blackwell is going to go take a seat on the bench. That is Blackwell's second personal foul.
As Jacobs gets ready to take his second attempt from the free throw line. Drains it. OC back down by 8. As Aubrey Johnson now has the ball at the top of the arc. Gives it to Smith, right back to Johnson. Johnson guarded closely by Jacobs. Gives it to Walters. Walters with the pull-up jumper. No good, but rebounded by Roderick Smith. Jordan Box wants a screen. Gets one from Eggleston. Has a little bit of space. Puts up the floater. Does not get it to go. Rebounded by Smith. Smith's third chance opportunity for OC is good. OC down by 6. As Jacobs now has it. Works against Jordan Box. Passes it to a wide open Miranda for 3. And he drains that.
Gets it back to a 9-point lead over OC. Aubrey Johnson now gives it to Smith. Back to Johnson. Wanted to put up a shot, instead drives in as it looked like it was deflected on the pass from Smith. Eggleston has it. It was deflected and out of bounds. You're going to say last touch by Eggleston for OC and will be DBU basketball. As Hughes has the ball, passes it to number 23, Jacobs, passes out, and now we have a foul. And it's going to be a charge on Jacobs. Everyone who's watching here on the Eagle Sports Network, make sure you stay tuned for Brandon Coons in the studio at the halftime, as he will have the halftime show with the scores and highlights around the league and for today's game. As Aubrey Johnson has the ball at the right wing. Gives the screen from Smith. The ball is then tipped and stolen away by Jacobs. Jacobs drives in, lays it up on the right side. He gets that to go down. OC back down by 11. As Aubrey Johnson now has the ball at the right wing. Gives it to Smith. Smith now to Jordan Box. Box brings
a big play from Box here.
Now Eggleston for a three.
But we'll get it from Eggleston.
Gets them back down within single digits, as we are now within the last minute of the the first half here. And it looks like the coach for DBU said slow it down so we can get a 2-for-1 opportunity here to end the first half. As Jacobs puts up a three, no good, rebounded by Eggleston. Eggleston now to Jordan Box.
And a reminder that during halftime, we will also have a ceremony honoring Landon Huslick, national champion, track and field athlete for Oklahoma Christian. So make sure you tune in during halftime as we honor Landon.
As Jordan Box puts up the floater, does not get that to go, rebounded by Hughes, 7 seconds left. Pass up to Jacobs. Jacobs finds a lane, lays it up, and does not get it to go on the dunk.
He missed the dunk.
As with that, the first half is over. Oklahoma Christian trails by 8 to the Dallas Baptist Patriots. We'll be back with Brandon Coons in the studio right after this.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're...
Ladies and parents, David and Susan on the end. And our track and field coaching staff, Brandon Jackson, Philip Dale, head coach Wade Miller, Jeff, and Tony Wallace. I don't use Jeff's last name, everybody knows it. Please turn your attentions real quick to the screen. All right, they're playing the video.
it's a clean start here in the 400 hurdles. Watch the middle of the track there. Oh! In lane 6, now running well, Huslig of Oklahoma Christian. The door might be open here, folks, for a new champion after an unfortunate incident there. 5 and 6, lanes 5 and 6 running quite well. Chad Miller and Landon Huslig. Now on the inside, over hurdle 8, it's very tight here, but it's going to be the man from Oklahoma Christian taking the lead, Huslig. Chad Miller.
Landon, you've heard the phrase, your athlete that gave it all. Landon broke his wrist. Falling to the ground, he gave it all. We are so proud, so I want to recognize the fact that this was our first NCAA individual national championship here at Oklahoma Christian. We want to take the time to honor Landon and his family. Our coaches have something special for him, the national championship ring. We are so grateful for Landon and his family and our coaches in this accomplishment. And now we want to bring out his teammates behind for some pictures. Come on out, team.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Hello.
Hi. I'm from Blue Hood Stone Barns. We brought a meal for you, and I'm here to serve it to you.
Okay, great. Come in.
Zucchini carbonara, made from zucchini that was harvested earlier this morning.
Again?
Hey, Dan Barber.
You have room for a little bit more?
Come on in.
Brochettes, the sausage. So when we made that zucchini carbonara, you know, they're the end pieces of the zucchini, and they're the cores that we cut away, not to mention zucchini flower. Usually those get thrown out. We use them to create an entire second dish. Does that... Oh.
Again?
I'm here to bring you your third course. It's the vines from your zucchini.
We'll have a little zucchini stem pasta. A different experience of zucchini. When we start to think differently about our food, we can get a lot more out of it.
This is delicious.
What do you think we can make out of this? 40% of food in America is never eaten. Cook it, store it, share it. Visit SaveTheFood.com.
Action!
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like, that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries, or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Welcome back to Eagle Sports Network. Your halftime score is 45-37. The Dallas Baptist Patriots currently have the lead. Let's take a look at some of your first half stats. So far, for the first half, the Dallas Baptist Patriots finished shooting 56.7%, 17 of 30 from the field. They shot 42.9% from the three-point line, 6 of 14, and 5 of 8 from the free throw line at 62.5%. And the Eagles shot 15 of 30 from the field, enough for 50%, 5 of 8 from the three-point line at 62.5%, and they were perfect from the free throw line at 2 for 2. So far, Oklahoma Christian has committed 9 turnovers, and the Patriots committed 5. Oklahoma Christian is winning the rebound game with 17, and DBU has 14 rebounds. And Oklahoma Christian currently has had 5 steals for the Patriots and 2 steals for the Eagles. The leading scorer for OC is both Roderick Smith and Jordan Box with 11 points each. And the leading scorer for the Dallas Baptist Patriots is Chandler Jacob with 14 points. And those are your stats from the first half of play. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will head back over to the gym and hear from Zach and Will to get their take on the first half.
Action!
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries, or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Welcome back to Eagle Sports Network. I'm Brandon Coons. Let's head over to the Payne Athletic Center where Zach and Will are standing by. Guys, who's looking good out there today?
Thanks, Brandon. Well, so far, Oklahoma Christian's done very well to stay in this ballgame, only trailing by 8 at the end of the first half. Who stood out to you so far for OC?
Roderick Smith. I think Roderick Smith is the reason. I said it before. I think he's the reason that the Eagles are back into this game. He had a monster dunk right there over JT Harris, and he's just been able to come out and, as you see right here, go on the block and just lean. He uses his body so much. He's so athletic, and he's just able to finish anywhere around the rim. And then next, I'm going to say Jordan Box. Jordan Box has been lighting it up from beyond the arc. He's been able to come out and really change things for this Eagles team, and they're definitely not out of this game down 8, and they have a golden opportunity to come back and upset this DBU team.
Well, you say Jordan Box. Jordan Box is shooting very well behind the arc. He is perfect from behind the arc, 3 of 3. So he's got 9 out of his 11 points from behind the arc. And some of those shots have been highly contested shots.
Yeah, definitely. The defense has kind of been all over him, and he's been able to come out. He's 3 of 3 from 3-point. So yeah, I expect him to keep shooting that way, and I expect the defense to keep coming at him. I'm not sure what DBU will do to combat that, but expect Jordan Box to keep shooting, and I think he has the green light.
What would you like to see OC do to start the second half to get them back in this game?
I'd like to see them slow things down, and instead of just taking the first shot that comes to them, I'd like to see them use all of the shot clock, really wear out the Patriots defense, and I'd like to see OC get the easy looks, get the looks that they know they can get, the ones that are guaranteed every time. That means shots from the high post, easy layups around the elbow, and even wide open 3-pointers from guys like Jordan Box and Aubrey Johnson.
Well, let's see what Oklahoma Christian can do to start this second half. And for right now, let's send it back to Brandon Coons in the studio. Brandon.
Thanks, Zach and Will. When we come back, we will have an update on the Heartland Conference standings. You're watching Eagle Sports Network.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Welcome back to the studio here at Eagle Sports Network. We will be right back with the remainder of the basketball game, but right now let's take a look at what is going on around the Heartland Conference standings. St. Edwards is currently leading the conference with 12 wins and 1 loss, and they are currently 23-2 overall. And DBU is currently in second with a record of 10-2 in the conference and an 18-7 overall record. Newman is in third place with a record of 9-4 in conference and 18-7 overall. And Lubbock Christian follows with an 8-win and 5-loss conference record and a 17-8 overall. Rogers State follows them with a 5-7 record in the conference and 16-10 overall. Following them is Oklahoma Christian, St. Mary's, the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, and then Texas A&M International. And those are your Heartland Conference standings coming into play this evening. When we come back, we will have the start of the second half. Stay tuned here on Eagle Sports Network.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Action!
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Back to the Eagle Sports Network. My name is Zachary Payne, alongside my broadcast partner Will Hadley. OC trails by just 8 as we get ready to start the second half of play. Jordan Box and Roderick Smith have been the best players for OC. Will they continue that here to start the second half? We will find out. One person that I would like to say that needs to stand out more is Will Linhard. Yes, he only has 5 rebounds, but when we pulled off the upset against St. Edwards, he ended up coming away with 24 rebounds. So Will Linhard will be the person that we need to find out, or we need to improve both on the glass and putting points up on the board. As both teams get ready to take the floor here, as we get ready to start the second half of play. It will be DBU basketball. As Harris looks to inbound the ball for Dallas Baptist. As the second half is now underway. Brown has the ball across the half-court line, works against Carey. Now to Jacobs. Jacobs gets the screen from Lord. Wants to give it back to Lord, but instead gives it to Harris. Harris, wide open 3. His shot, no good as it goes off the back part of the rim. Last touch by York Benjamin, and it will go out of bounds. And it will be DBU basketball. As the refs let Brown get set, passes it to Harris. Harris now gives it to Jacobs. Jacobs drives in, wants to pass it back out, and does to Brown. Brown now drives in, and there's a foul called, and it looks like it's going to be on Carey. And we will do it again, passing it in at the baseline. Will, who does the Eagles need to lock down here in this second half of play?
I think it's definitely Chandler Jacobs. Jacobs has so much talent. As DJ Walter misses the three right there, Jacobs gets the rebound. Jacobs, yeah, he just has so much talent. 14 points already tonight. The way that he can handle the ball is unmatched by anyone else really on this court. So, yeah, they're going to have to make sure to stop Chandler Jacobs.
As there's a whistle called, and it looks like it's going to be free throw attempts for Lord. As his first free throw attempt at the free throw line goes down and increases their lead up to 9 again. As Lord makes both free throw attempts, gets it back up to a 2-digit lead over Oklahoma Christian. Carey at the left wing works against Brown. Looks like he wants to give it to York Benjamin, and there's then a foul called on Harris. And that is going to be Harris's first foul of the ball game.
And the Eagles now down by 10. A bucket here would be crucial for the Eagles so they don't let this game get out of hand. And there's going to be...
It looks like they're going to say it was an illegal screen by Walters. So it is DBU basketball as Brown works against Carey, gets a screen from Harris, drives in, puts up the layup, and increases their lead up to 12. Carey has it at the right wing. OC really needs a basket here to try to slow DBU down. As York Benjamin for three from the right corner. Gets them back within single digits, but down at the other end, three-point attempt, no good. Rebounded by Lord, and his second chance falls and brings them back up by 11. As Carey passes it down to Benjamin. Benjamin to a wide-open Walters. Walters for three. Off the back part of the rim, rebounded by Linhard. Now to Box. Box wants to put up a shot, instead gives it to Carey. Carey drives in from the top of the arc. Nice pass to Linhard. Passes it back up to Benjamin. Benjamin off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Linhard. Wide open Box for three.
Huge three-pointer there for the Eagles.
As Jordan Box gets the steal, puts up another three-point attempt off the front part of the rim, but there is a foul called on number 13. Man's against DBU, and it will remain OC basketball.
What a break there for the Eagles. Even after Box missed that second three-pointer, a huge break as Brian Carey drew the foul there. He'll go to the bench.
Well, great recognition there by Jordan Box. After he made that three, he started running down the court, and instead he turned around to play defense, and it caught DBU off guard, and he ended up coming away with the steal. It's giving them this opportunity to try to get right back in this game. As Aubrey Johnson has it, picks up his dribble. Bounce passes it to Smith. Smith back to Johnson. The ball is deflected. Recovered, though, by Jordan Box. Box with the pull-up jumper. No good. And there is then a foul call, and it looks like it's going to be on Blackwell. And that is going to be his third foul of the ball game. That is a huge missed opportunity by Oklahoma Christian right there. As Jacobs drives in, puts up the layup, no, gets it to go. Aubrey Johnson gives it to Smith, back to Johnson. 10-point game here with 16:52 left in this ball game. Johnson wants to give it to Smith. Smith not ready for it. Recovered by Box. Box with the nice finger roll layup. Almost gets it to go down and instead is deflected and is going to remain OC basketball.
And Box will inbound. And they're going to have a word with York Benjamin and Zach Lord.
Nice. Almost is a turnover by OC as Benjamin touched it on the inbound, went across the half-court line. He tried to save it. The shot by DBU, though, no good. Rebounded by Blackwell. Blackwell to Smith. Blackwell drives in, lays it up on the right side of the glass, and he gets a nice lucky bounce there. And OC back within single digits. And with that bucket from Blackwell, he finally gets on the board for OC. As Mans puts up a shot, gets it to go down. Aubrey Johnson now to Smith. Back to Johnson. Johnson wants to put up a shot and is knocked out of his hands. And it is going to be OC basketball down at their own end. OC trails by 10 with 15:50 left here in this ball game. And as you can see right here, a nice little hesitation there by Mans to get the separation he needs to find the wide open look. And we'll be right back with more of this ball game right after this.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. OC trails by 10 to the Patriots of DBU, Dallas Baptist University. Well, OC's done some good things to stay in this ball game. It's just been every time they make a bucket, DBU counters.
Yeah, and OC's got to do better on defense. They need to talk more on defense. And like I said before, they're just a step late on every rotation, it seems like. And that leads to a lot of fouls and just a lot of missed opportunities, especially around the post.
As just before the break, there was a deflection out of Aubrey Johnson's hands, and it will remain OC basketball as Blackwell, who's been very silent here in this game, looks to inbound it for Oklahoma Christian. As he inbounds it to Linhart, who now gives it to Aubrey Johnson. Now to Blackwell. Blackwell drives in. Fade away. No good. Rebounded by Linhart. Linhart with a nice posterizing dunk over Lord.
What a throw down there by Will Linhart. Nobody in his way was stopping him.
Jacobs with a bounce pass to Lord. Passes it to a wide open Mans. His shot from the left corner. Good for three. OC down by 11. It's Jordan Box now. Works against Mans. Gives it to Linhart at the left corner. Brings it back up. Gives it back to Jordan Box. Linhart sets a screen. Box now to Smith. Smith gets the jumper to fall. His foot was on the line, the refs say. OC back within single digits yet again. OC needs a stop here. To the layup. No good. Rebounded by OC. Good stop there for Oklahoma Christian. Aubrey Johnson drives in, puts up the jump floater, and is fouled on the shot. Bucket goes down. And Johnson to the line. Nice fade away just shot right there by Aubrey Johnson.
And Johnson now looking to make this just a 2-possession game. 6-point deficit.
As Aubrey Johnson shot. Rolls around the rim for a minute, but does eventually fall for OC. Gets him back within 6. OC with the full court press. Jacobs now has it. And the full court press works for Oklahoma Christian as it generates a turnover by the bad pass by Jacobs. As Aubrey Johnson's not ready for the inbound pass by Roderick Smith, is then turned over. And it leads to an easy layup by Mans. OC back down by 8.
And that was just a poor mental mistake when the Eagles could least afford it.
Well, it looked like on that, Aubrey Johnson was trying to get the play call from Coach Cole. And the shot down for OC is no good, as Miranda has it now. Looks like he almost walked there. Instead, now Jacobs has it. Bounce pass. Drives in along the baseline. There's a foul call, and it looks like it's going to be on Roderick Smith. And it will remain DBU basketball. That is Roderick Smith's 3rd foul of the ball game. Lord gets the inbound, gives it right back to Miranda. Now to Jacobs. Now to Harris. Harris at the right wing. Gives it to Miranda. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Lord tries to bounce pass it down. 2 Mans is deflected by Jordan Box. It will go out of bounds, and that's good for OC. So it makes the Patriots re-inbound the ball with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Miranda with a lob to Jacobs. 5 seconds left at the top of the arc. Puts up the fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebounded by Blackwell.
Solid defense there by Blackwell, and that's something the Eagles need more of.
There's Jordan Box now. Drives in. Now to Eggleston. Now to Walters. Ball's deflected. And scramble on the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is towards OC. So it will remain Oklahoma Christian basketball.
And a bit of perspiration on the floor. We're going to come out and clean that up, and we're going to have a substitution. It's going to be number 22, Connor Lydiak, who's going to give Jordan Mance a break.
As we re-inbound the ball now, Jordan Box has it at the left corner. Bounce pass down to Eggleston. Eggleston drives in. Works against Harris, puts up the shot. Almost gets it to fall. But instead, Eggleston will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws for Oklahoma Christian. Overall, it's been a great game for OC to try to stay in this. The only problem is OC just has not been able to be ahead at all in this game.
No, they haven't, as Braden Eggleston gets the free throw to go. Eggleston and Linhard are actually the 2 worst free throw shooters on the team, shooting the lowest percentage. And they've been able to come out in this one, and that is 1 of 1 for Eggleston and 2 of 2 for Linhard, as there's only been 4 free throws shot in the entire game for the Eagles.
Well, as you say that, it's like the commentator curse there. Eggleston misses his next free throw attempt at the free throw line. As Miranda has it, bounce pass to Lord. Lord now gives it to Washington, back out to Miranda. 4 seconds on the shot clock, puts up a 3, and he gets that to go. OC just cannot catch a break. Every time they seem to get close, the Patriots are back up by 10. As Walters has it, gives it to Blackwell. Blackwell works against Jacobs. Bounce pass to Linhard. Almost loses control of it. Instead, 7 seconds now on the shot clock. His shot no good, rebounded by Walters. Fresh shot clock for OC. Now Eggleston has it. Gives it to Box. Box drives in. Loses control of it, but somehow manages to pass it to Blackwell. Now Eggleston's three from their left wing, no good. Rebounded by DBU. As Jacobs has it at the left corner, gives it to Miranda at the left wing now. Down inside the paint to Lord. Lord works against Linhard, and his floater. Good over Linhard. OC back down by 12.
And we're going to have a mass substitution on the way for the Eagles. As the Eagles have kind of gone dry here in the last few minutes.
As Eggleston has it along the baseline, 7 seconds, puts up the shot, and his shot is blocked. Recovered, though, by Walters, and his shot along the glass does fall. OC back down by 10. Jacobs has it. Now to Miranda. He works against Jordan Box. OC definitely needs to stop here as Miranda's for three from the top of the arc. No good, rebounded by Linhard. Jordan Box drives in, lays it up, is fouled. They're going to say the foul was before the shot. And it is going to be on Miranda. So with that, we have a media timeout now. So when we come back, Coach Cole will have a brand new team on the floor for OC. We'll be right back with the rest of this game right after this.
Action.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back. As Will Linhard said, "Get out of my way." And slams that one home. Eagles trail by 10. Looking to cut that deficit here with the ball. Jordan Box inbounding for the Eagles.
As Box tries to go for the alley-oop, but there is a foul, and it looks like it's going to be on Aubrey Johnson. So another quick turnover for Oklahoma Christian. It's like Oklahoma Christian just cannot catch a break here at all in this game.
And that play was designed so once Aubrey Johnson set that screen, he would curl right back around, and instead of setting the screen first, he kind of went for the best of both worlds and moved while he did it.
As Washington tries to put up a shot, and his shot is blocked by York Benjamin. And it looks like the same thing just happened there, but instead the refs are going to blow the whistle there and say a foul on Benjamin. That shot was identical back to back.
And Benjamin had his hands up, but he did bring him down just barely, and usually whenever your hands go down the slightest bit like they did right there, they're going to call that foul.
As Washington makes both free throw attempts at the free throw line. OC down by 12 with 10 minutes remaining here in this ball game. As Benjamin puts up the jumper, no good, rebounded by Brown. Quick possession there by OC. Miranda now Works against, loses control of it, but is recovered by Lydiak. Now gives it back to Miranda. Miranda drives in. Nice look to Washington for 3 in the left corner. And he increases it up to 15 for Dallas Baptist. As Carey drives in, puts up a bad shot there. Looks like he was just trying to generate or get a call. As Lydiak for 3, no good. Rebounded by Jordan Box. As Jordan Box, his shot is blocked, recovered by Miranda on the fast break now. Nice lob to Lydiak, and he stays with it, lays it up off the glass, and increases their lead up to 17 over Oklahoma Christian, and it causes Coach Cole for a timeout. Coach Cole is not very happy over there in that huddle. As you can see the look on his face. We'll be right back because OC has a full timeout.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. Oklahoma Christian trails by 17 with 8:53 remaining here in this ball game. It's kind of looked like as the last about 4 or 5 minutes, OC's kind of just like giving up.
Yeah, the Patriots have come out and really been juggernauts on offense here in the second part of the second half. And it just seems like DBU can score so many points on you in so little time, and an 8-point deficit can turn into a 16-point deficit just like that.
Yeah, just before the first half was over, OC was down by just 1. And now they're down by 17. As Roderick Smith has it, gives it to Linhart at the left wing. A nice floater from Linhart to Roderick Smith. And that layup hopefully can get Oklahoma Christian back in this ball game. As that's gotten the bench chanting over there for Oklahoma Christian is Lord. So there's now, it looks like a foul called on Linhart. And it will remain DBU basketball. And it looks like the refs are saying there's going to be a technical foul on Roderick Smith. And it looked like it was for talking to Lord.
And it's going to be a double technical foul, so on Smith and Lord, because they were both chirping at each other.
And at the same time, at the end of the discussion, it kind of looked like Roderick Smith was holding back Jordan Box.
And that seems to be a problem for Roderick Smith this season, is technical fouls, as he has one right there, and he's had several throughout the season. He's a very emotional player, and showing that tonight he's not gonna.
And I think what got Roderick Smith upset for that technical foul was at the end of the call, Lord put up the shot. As Roderick Smith now falls to the floor. And it is going to send Roderick Smith to the line as it is. They are in the bonus. As Roderick Smith will get ready to take his first free throw attempt for OC. As Roderick Smith makes the first free throw attempt, now I'll have another one at the line. It looked like right there Washington just kind of stuck his foot out, purposely made him trip over it. it looks like a media timeout, so we are going to step away, and we'll be right back right after this.
Action.
Back to the Eagle Sports Network, where the Eagle Sports Network is a student-produced broadcast by the students of Oklahoma Christian. And right now, we have a fairly decent game here as Oklahoma Christian is down by just 14 with 8 minutes left. Still plenty of time for them to come back in this game, Phil.
Definitely. Keep in mind, in the big game the other night against St. Edwards, and they were ranked number 2. The Eagles were down 16 with 9 minutes to go, so a pretty similar spot that Coach Cole's squad finds himself in right now, and they're looking to repeat history and come back in this one.
As Roderick Smith will now get ready to shoot his second free throw attempt. Hopefully that whistle by the refs for the media timeout does not mess with Roderick Smith's free throw form here.
As Smith shooting his second of 2 free throws here.
Hey, we got a box here. Watch the press.
As the ref finally gives Roderick Smith the ball for the free throw attempt.
Box.
Roderick Smith drains the free throw and now checks out of the ball game for Eggleston. OC down by 13.
Watch 24. Solid, strong, strong.
As number 3, Brown has the ball. Gives it to Miranda now. Miranda gets a screen from Harris. Miranda drives in, loses control of the ball. Loose ball recovered by DBU, is then deflected, and there's going to be a foul called on Blackwell, and that is going to be his 4th foul. And that was just incidental contact there by Blackwell. And with that, it is going to send Brown to the free throw line. As Brown gets ready to take his first free throw attempt. And that is no good. Rebounded by Eggleston. Eggleston now gives it to Johnson. Johnson brings it up the floor on the fast break. Slows it down for OC. Drives in. Tries to bounce pass it down to Linhard, and it's deflected off of, it looked like Brown's knee, and goes out of bounds. Will remain OC basketball. Quick pass in for OC as Aubrey Johnson puts up the floater. Does not get that to go. Rebounded by Harris for DBU. Number 5, Miranda has it, gets a screen from Harris. His shot blocked by Linhard. As Linhard now on the fast break gives it to Jordan Box. Box drives in, and there's a reach-in foul called on Brown, and that is going to send Jordan Box to the free throw line to try to get them back in this ball game. As Jordan Box makes the first free throw attempt, he now has 15 points on the evening for Oklahoma Christian. As Box's second attempt, also good. OC down by 11 now with 7:05 remaining here in this ball game. DBU looks like they're trying to slow it down a little bit, try to waste some of that clock. Quick pass down low inside the paint. The shot is good and is fouled on by Eggleston. And that is going to send Washington to try to convert a 3-point play.
As Eggleston, Linhard, that's a good call there for the foul on him as he threw his hands down there over the face of Washington.
As now Walters has it, passes it down low to Linhard. Linhard loses control of it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Will be DBU basketball, and Roderick Smith will now check back into the ball game for OC for Eggleston. Brown now slowly brings the ball across the half-court line. Gives it to number 22, Lydiak. Back to Brown, back to Lydiak in the left corner. For three, no good. Rebounded by Harris, but then stolen away by Aubrey Johnson. Johnson on the fast break. Lays it up on the right side and is fouled. And now Aubrey Johnson will go to the line to shoot two for Oklahoma Christian. With that, foul is on number 23, Jacobs. That is his third foul of the ball game. Aubrey Johnson makes the first free throw attempt. Gets it back down to 12. As Johnson makes the second attempt as well. Back to within 11. OC needs another big stop here. Brown has it at the right corner. Gets a screen from Washington. Nice drive and feed. That looked like an up-down, but they're going to say it was deflected by Oklahoma Christian. Rebounded on the second chance opportunity by Roderick Smith. Aubrey Johnson drives in. As there's then a foul called. And they're going to say blocking foul is going to send Aubrey Johnson. There's going to be a bench warning now on DBU's bench. As Aubrey Johnson makes first free throw attempt at the line, gets it back to within 10. They can get it down to single digits on this free throw attempt here. And he does do that. Brown has the ball at the right wing for Oklahoma Christian. Now moves over to the right corner. Trying to do the same play that they just did. As Harris gets the ball now. Now to Brown. Brown drives in. Loses his footing. Lays up the shot and still gets it to go. As there's a delay of game warning on Brown. As Aubrey Johnson has the ball, drives in, puts up the floater, no good. Rebounded by Roderick Smith. Smith now drives in, puts up the shot, no good, tipped. And there's then a foul called on number 12, Harris. And that is his fourth foul of the ball game. So he is now in danger of fouling out for Dallas Baptist. As Roderick Smith misses the free throw attempt. And Roderick Smith gets ready to take the second attempt to try to get it back to within 10. OC trails by 10 now with 5:07 remaining here in this ball game. Roderick Smith now has 18 points for Oklahoma Christian. Brown gives it to Hughes. Hughes drives in. The ball loses control of the ball. They're going to say it was deflected by Oklahoma Christian. And it will be Dallas Baptist ball down at their own end.
And like you mentioned, yeah, it seems like the Eagles, every time that the Eagles come out and score, that the Patriots have an answer of their own directly after. And we're going to see it right there from Carter Brown.
OC's doing a good job of getting to the free throw line as Aubrey Johnson puts up a three. Does not go, and will go out of bounds off the shot. As Ward now inbounds the ball to Brown. OC down by 12 with 4:30 left in this ball game. Still plenty of time for Oklahoma Christian if they can just generate a couple of key stops just like that. OC, if they can get a 3 here, get right back in this ball game. There's Jordan Box, drives in, wants to put up a shot, instead gives it to Walters. Walters drives in, puts up the jumper, does not get that to go. Rebounded by Washington. Washington now to Jacobs. As Jacobs works against Aubrey Johnson. Drives in, almost a little bit of hip check there by Lenhard. Tipped and stolen away by Roderick Smith. Smith now drives, lays it up. And OC back within 10. That bucket by Roderick Smith got the crowd up a little bit. Maybe it'll get them back in this game.
10-point game, 3.5 to go. Eagles are gonna have to start executing on offense here if they want to be able to come back.
It looked like a jump ball as Lenhard got his hand on the ball. Possession arrow is DBU. And we are going to take a break as we have a timeout and as the refs want to check the time on the clock just before, or at the whistle. We'll be right back right after this.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Network. Oklahoma Christian trails by 10 with 3:19 remaining here in this game. Will, what does OC need to do to try to get that deficit back?
Like I said, they need to start executing on offense. They need to come out and really get the easy shots, the layups, the high post shots, the mid-range jumpers, excuse me. They're gonna have to come out and get those easy shots and not waste any time on offense.
Well, one person that's been very quiet for Oklahoma Christian in this second half has been Jordan Box. If OC wants to get back into this game, I feel like they need to get Jordan Box involved more.
Yeah, and that made some off-ball screens for catch-and-shoot opportunities for Jordan Box, because that's really where he shines, is off the catch.
As DBU gets to inbound the ball with 8 seconds on the shot clock. As there is then a 5-second violation on DBU. It's the second one of the ball game, so good defense by Oklahoma Christian. Will be OC basketball. Best thing about that is no time was taken off the clock. Jordan Box drives in, gives it to Walters. Now to Smith. Smith now drives in, bounce pass to Lenhard. Lenhard lays it up, gets it to go. OC down by 8, first time in single digits since about 15 minutes left in the second half. As Brown now has it, gets double teamed. Finds a wide open Washington. Washington wants to put up 3 instead, does not. A foul on Will Lenhard. And that is going to be Lenhard's 4th foul of the ball game for Oklahoma Christian. Coach Cole not very happy with that foul call. Jordan Box wants the fans involved now, and he does get them involved, and it does cause Washington to miss the first free throw attempt. As now a couple of subs come on for DBU. Washington's second attempt from the line. Also no good. OC has a chance to get the deficit back within 6. There's Jordan Box now. Lays it up on the rough side. No good. Rebounded by Linhart, and there's a foul. They're going to say the foul was on the shot by Jordan, or for Jordan Box, so he will go to the line to try to get it back to a 2-possession ball game.
And that foul is on Jordan Mance. So now 2 players with 4 personal fouls for the Patriots. Jordan Mance along with JT Harris.
As Box makes the first free throw attempt. As he now drains the second one, gets him back to a 2-possession ball game with 2:33 remaining here in this game. As Brown now has it at the right wing. Gets a screen from Harris. Pass to Washington. Washington for 3 from the left corner. Off the front part of the rim. Rebounded by Brown. Now Harris has it. Harris gives it to Brown. Fresh shot clock. 2 minutes left now. Anybody's ball game at this point. Brown drives in. A little bit of a push there. No call. Brown now has it. Bounce pass to Jacobs. Jacobs lays it up on the left side. Back up by 8 for DBU. Aubrey Johnson lays it up. No good. Rebounded by Washington, and DBU is going to start to play the slow down game, trying to milk this clock. Washington now, and they're going to say a foul on the floor, but that ain't going to matter either way, as it is going to put Washington to the free throw line. Washington came up limping there for Dallas Baptist. Jordan Box trying to get the crowd back in it as Washington makes the first free throw attempt. OC down by 9. Washington gets ready to shoot his second attempt. Off the front part of the rim. Rebounded by Linhart. Gives it to Walters. Walters drives it on the left side. OC needs a big bucket here as Roderick Smith with a 2-handed dunk. And then a timeout called by Coach Cole. OC down by 7, still anyone's ball game. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we're going to stay right here. Roderick Smith got OC and the crowd back in it a little bit with that 2-handed dunk.
Yeah, he really did. So expect now the Eagles are back into this game, so expect them to come out and start to press, and they don't need to foul yet. Remember that. They don't need to foul. It's a 3-possession game. They have time on their side, so they don't even necessarily need to start shooting threes right now. They just need to go and get the best look possible, and if there's a chance to draw a foul while doing it, let's suggest they do that as well.
Now the important thing here that not a lot of people pay attention about late in games, OC's down by 7. They have 1 timeout left, so they got to use that timeout very wisely. As DBU, they have 3 timeouts remaining here in this game.
Yeah, and that's the advantage that the Patriots do have, is they can slow things down when the Eagles want to get the Patriots a little more frantic.
As OC plays the full court press, Washington has it, drives in, wants to put up a shot. Nice job by Will Linhart. Off Washington will be OC basketball. Great play by Linhart there.
And that's the player that the Eagles want to have the ball, is Jonathan Washington. He gets very out of control when he has the ball. He tends to do that a lot. And he's also just not a very good free throw shooter.
It's a 3-possession game still. Aubrey Johnson has a chance to get it back within 2. Aubrey Johnson puts up the shot. His whistle bucket does not go as it bounces off the rim a couple of times, but Aubrey Johnson will still go to the free throw line and try to get it back within a 2-possession game here. Critical free throws here for Oklahoma Christian.
And that would have been huge if Aubrey Johnson could have gotten that one to fall and have the 3-point play, but instead he's going to settle for what he hopes to be 2 points.
Oklahoma Christian now putting in a new sub in this game, and that is going to be number 2, Connor Johnson, another shooter for OC to try to generate some more offense for a nice 3.
Squeeze it.
Aubrey Johnson misses the second attempt. OC down by 6. Still anyone's ball game. OC continues with the press. Harris now has the ball, gives it half court, passes it back out to Jacobs. OC does not need to foul. A wide open Mans, and his layup is good. OC down by 8. Connor Johnson now has the ball. Gives it to Jordan Box. Jordan Box wants to put up a 3 instead. Drives in, puts up the layup. No good. Tipped by Will Linhart. No good again. Jordan Box with the rebound. His layup. Good. OC back down by 6 with 32.7 seconds remaining here in this game. Another 30-second timeout, so we will stay right here for Oklahoma Christian. Will, what does OC need to do on this possession for DBU?
Well, they need to come out and first, you want to steal the inbound. That's your first look, is being able to steal the inbound and get the ball back right there. If you can't do that, then you want to trap. And if you have a trap, you want to hold that until you're certain you can get that steal. But if you don't think you have that trap, and if they get out of it, then you got to foul, and you got to find who to foul, and I think that's Jonathan Washington.
Well, one thing I would try to do if I was OC, if they have Washington get the ball, try to make him drive to the hoop and try to get, like what he's been doing, just trying to see a lane and just trying to get some easy buckets.
And what I would expect Coach Cole to do right here is the Eagles are probably going to force the ball into the hands of Washington and try to force him to turn it over.
Well, another thing I could see Coach Cole doing is try to force the inbound to Washington, and actually Washington's not even out there anymore. But it would have been smart if Washington would have stayed out there for Coach Cole to force the inbound to Washington and then intentionally foul him, as he missed 3 out of his last 4 free throw attempts.
And I think at this point you want the ball to go to JT Harris.
There's almost a turnover there, and he travels on the call. It's going to be OC basketball with 28.2 seconds. The coach for DBU almost got himself a technical foul there.
In a huge turnover there for the Eagles. Washington will check back into the game for the Patriots. Box inbounding.
Jordan Box gives it to Aubrey Johnson. 27 seconds on the game. Floater, no good. Rebounded by Jacobs. An intentional foul by Aubrey Johnson will send Jacobs to the line to shoot 2. As Jacobs has done fairly decent from the free throw line here. He is 4 for 4 at the line. Crowd trying to get involved. Causes him to miss the first free throw attempt. Still anyone's ball game. OC needs a quick possession and a quick shot. Second attempt by Jacobs is good. OC down by 7. Jordan Box gets the inbound. Drives in. Wants to lay it up on the glass. Gets it to go. OC down by 5. Another quick inbound. Gives it to Jacobs yet again, and he'll go to the line. 15.5 seconds left in this ball game. As Jacobs makes the first free throw attempt. As Jacobs' second attempt from the free throw line, also good. OC back down by 7. Another roll by OC. Jordan Box picks it up. Needs to put up a 3, puts up the 3, gets it to go. OC now. And turnover by DBU. OC down by 4 with 9.9 seconds left.
And it should be 10. That ball was never touched, and 0.01 second came off of the clock.
Here's where that timeout comes in effect, as OC does not have any more. So you're going to have to get a quick catch and shoot and hope to get the ball. Aubrey Johnson needs to put up the shot. His shot, no good, rebounded by Jacobs. And it looks like Oklahoma Christian is just going to let DBU walk away with the victory there. Oklahoma Christian had a hard-fought game to the end, being down by 17 at one point in the second half to only losing by just 4, 86-82. We'll be back with Brandon Coons in the studio with the post-game show right after this.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Action!
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Give your town a reason to celebrate, because every Goodwill item you bring home brings job training and more to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home.
Hello.
Hi. I'm from Blue Hill Stone Barns. We brought a meal for you, and I'm here to serve it to you.
Okay, great. Come in.
Zucchini carbonara, made from zucchini that was harvested earlier this morning.
Again?
Hey, Dan Barber.
You have room for a little bit more?
Come on in.
Brochettes with sausage. So when we made that zucchini carbonara, you know, they're the end pieces of the zucchini, and then the cores that we cut away, not to mention zucchini flower. Usually those get thrown out. We use them to create an entire second dish. Does that, oh.
Again?
I'm here to bring you your third course. It's the vines from your zucchini.
We'll have a little zucchini stem pasta, a different experience of zucchini. When we start to think differently about our food, we can get a lot more out of it.
This is delicious.
What do you think we can make out of this? 40% of food in America is never eaten. Cook it, store it, share it. Visit SaveTheFood.com.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back to Eagle Sports Network. The final score tonight was 86-82 as Dallas Baptist University picked up the win. Now let's take a look at the end-of-game stats. To end the game tonight, DBU finished shooting 32 of 60 from the field, enough for 53.3%, and the Eagles finished shooting 29 of 68, 42.6%. Oklahoma Christian won the rebound game at 42-35. Oklahoma Christian committed 14 turnovers, and Dallas Baptist committed 12 turnovers. The leading scorer tonight for the Eagles was Jordan Box, as he had 25 points, and the leading scorer for the Patriots was Chandler Jacobs with 21 points. The Eagles now have a 9-win and 15-loss overall record and a 4-win and 9-loss conference record, and the Patriots record now goes up to 20 wins and 7 losses overall and 11 wins and 2 losses in conference play. Tonight, DBU has picked up their 7th straight win in a row, and it's the longest winning streak that they've had so far this season. We're now going to go out to the Eagles' Nest to get Zach and Will's final thoughts on tonight's game. Guys?
Thanks, Brandon. Overall, it was a great game here at the Eagles' Nest between Dallas Baptist University and Oklahoma Christian. Just wasn't Oklahoma Christian's night, Will.
No, definitely not, and I think this can be attributed to honestly just shooting, whether that's free throw shooting and that's also field goal shooting, as Dallas Baptist shot 53.3% overall from field goal, and then 42.6%. That's all it was for the Eagles. Then we look at free throws. Dallas Baptist shot 56, and the Eagles shot 84. So the Eagles did do really well there when it comes to free throws, but that's kind of the reason Dallas Baptist, that they kind of let this stay as a game, is because they couldn't hit their free throws.
Well, in the long run, the biggest thing that affected OC was turnovers. They had 14 turnovers compared to Dallas Baptist's 12 turnovers, and those turnovers were in some critical situations because OC would come back and get within 5-6 points, and then those turnovers would just be consecutively. The next thing you know, Dallas Baptist is up by 11, 12 points again.
Yeah, and I think that the Eagles just kind of let their heads get the best of them at times, and that's kind of been a trend throughout the season, and something that really has been getting better and been getting kind of minimalized throughout the season. And they did a great job of avoiding that, but I think those mental mistakes kind of came at the wrong time.
What do you think Coach Cole's telling his guys in the locker room right now?
I think he's telling them to just get over this one and get ready for LCU, because really, at this point, there's nothing else they can do about it.
Well, that's all from us here at the Eagles' Nest. Let's send it back to Brandon Coons in the studio. Brandon?
Thank you, Zach and Will. Again, the final score of tonight's game was 86-82, Dallas Baptist University, as they pick up the win. We would like to thank all of our viewers for watching and supporting Eagle Sports Network. You've been watching Eagle Sports Network, which is a student-produced broadcast by the students of Oklahoma Christian University. The Eagles, as well as the Lady Eagles' next game will be this Saturday, as they will travel to Lubbock, Texas to take on Lubbock Christian. Those games will be at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. And the Eagles will return home next Thursday, where they will take on Arkansas Fort Smith at 5:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. On behalf of our producer, Ethan Fortney, director James Leeper, and everyone else from Eagle Sports Network, we want to wish you all a great night.